Carbon fiber's looking good. What's up, guys? So, got a little news, unfortunately. Oops. Got a little news, unfortunately. Let's pop the hood. Had a comment on one of my videos recently, like I said in I think a previous video. But I'm hearing a slight ticking noise coming from the car. God, bees everywhere. About to head to the gym, so I'll talk about it in a second, but basically on cold start, while the car is idling and warming up before I take off, I've been noticing this, like, the only reason I really started to notice it was because somebody commented on my video, told me my engine sounded off. And he mentioned the flywheel, which it wasn't. Well, I don't know if it's the flywheel yet, we'll see, but look at this, dude. Just bees everywhere. Ugh. Anyways, looked up a bunch of videos on YouTube, found I think the culprit, which is the camshaft. Loose bolts on the cam. So I got an appointment to take it into the shop tomorrow, have my tech take a look at it. Not taking it to the dealer because it's not under warranty. He says it's a common issue with the S55s, and like I said, I'll talk a lot about that in a second. But let me start it up so you can hear it. Explain to you what I'm talking about here. Kind of even hear it back here because of the echo in the garage, which is how I've heard that recently. I wasn't sure if that was the injector fuel noise. Jeez, fuel injector noises, like, that's common with S55 engines. Like, that's normal to have those injector, like that sound, I guess. Sounds kind of like people say, it sounds like a sewing machine. So I knew it wasn't that, but let me get out of here because I gotta get my car moving before I get some carbon buildup going. But anyways, we're heading to the gym, so we strap this GoPro on my freaking head real quick. All right, so I'll probably do a longer video on this tomorrow. So what's happening? I don't even know if that video really picked up the sound. It's weird because, like, the car starts, the cold start is super loud, so it's hard to tell, like, in the first minute, but after like 1 minute you start to hear this, like, clack 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 sound that is coming from the left side of the engine, which was where I was recording, which is where the camshaft is. And so I was looking that up, and I mean, I'll post like the link. I'll post the link that gave me more information on this and, like, helped me diagnosis before I talked with my tech. But yeah, I guess from factory, either from factory or over time, the camshaft bolts become loose. So some people say that they weren't torqued to spec. Some people say that it's just like a sort of like a malfunction, like a design malfunction almost. And over time they become loose. And what that can do is it can cause your camshaft to basically break for lack of better words. Like from my understanding, it starts rattling so much that it can create, I think like what they said was like a ledge or something. Score the camshafts is what this guy said in this Beamer post link. Can score the camshaft and require a full top end rebuild of your engine, which is just like a God, like that's a disaster. I don't want to have to go down that road, and so we'll get this taken care of ASAP. So I got an appointment tomorrow at my tech. Shout out Ivan from BIM Tech. Shameless plug, he's hooked me up with my crank hub. He's put my rear diffuser on my car, did my spark plugs, you know, after he noticed a misfire on my crank, you know, when he did my crank hub, even though it was super minor, hooked me up for the low on the spark plugs. And so he's the homie. I'll link, you know, his website in the bio. If you're in the Western Washington area, Seattle area, and you tune your BMW and you're, you know, not running a stock build, I'd 100, even if you are running, I mean, shoot, I'd still, he's the guy, right? He's the guy to go to, in my opinion. So super good reviews on this side of the state, and couldn't recommend him enough. Always open for, you know, helping a brother out when I need some assistance. So shout out Ivan from BIM Tech. I was expecting like a $2,000 or $3,000 repair, but he quoted me I think around $1,200, which, you know, it's expensive, but it's like, it's one of those things that you it's preventative, and you're saving yourself from getting a scored camshaft and ultimately a full, you know, basically a full top end engine rebuild. Let's throw it in sport real quick. What the hell was going on? She fell. Yeah. So that's that. When did I notice that, you may ask? You know, when did I start realizing I'm only at, what, 36K miles? A little over 36K? I don't know how long it's been happening, honestly. I want to say I think it's new, but to be honest, bro, I don't know. Like, it could have been on the car ever since I bought it over a year ago. So, to be honest, you know, a little nervous about having damage on the camshaft, but the best I can do is just go get it checked out, have them take a look, put new hardware in, fasten the bolts down, and get rid of the problem so it no longer occurs. The good thing is it only happens on cold start, and it goes away when the engine heats up. So like, that's a good sign, I think. I've seen some forum posts where people are saying that it's there like all the time, and if that's the case, man, I'd be a little nervous. I'd be a little worried that like I had damage to the camshaft. So, but ultimately I think we're okay. So wish me luck, man. We'll find out tomorrow afternoon. Taking the car in the morning, and should be done same day. And then after that, my next goal with the car, my next plan for the car is to install my coilovers. My buddy has parts that I may borrow and just do it myself in my garage, or I may take it to my other friend's house because he has a lift, like I've said in previous videos, and that would just be a lot easier, honestly. But it's up to them, you know, if they have the time to help me and all that. So be much easier if I just did it myself in my garage. So, but I've never done coilovers before, and it's a little daunting. The job does look a little more on the experienced side. So I'd rather have, like, you know, like a different car to practice on for coilovers. But if it gets to that point, I believe in myself and I might be able to do it, so we'll see. But yeah, anyways, that's the news. Pretty unfortunate. Got to spend a little bit of money to get the car back to normal and go from there. So what else is new? You know, that's pretty much it. I think that this just goes to show, you know, why you should have an emergency fund, why you should have cash saved up, and, you know, for unexpected expenses. So that's that. We're heading to the gym, like I said. I'm gonna hit back and core today. A little different than what I usually do. Back and core, then I'll do a little cardio at the end because I haven't done cardio in a while. So, but yeah, I'll when I pull into the parking lot, I'll pop my hood and I'll show you what the car sounds like. That's a cool Mini. I'll show you what the car sounds like when the car's warmed up, because to my knowledge, that rattling sound is gone, and you'll notice the, you know, sound of the injectors stays. You know, that doesn't change. That's always there, so ignore that sound. But if I'm not mistaken, you know, I won't hear the rattling sound from the camshaft, the exhaust side of the engine. So let's see. But as I park, man, yeah, just want to say thanks for tuning in and watching the video and supporting the channel and riding with me as always. It's been really a fun journey to go on and you know, record these drives. And man, we're almost up to 1,000 subscribers, which is insane. Just past 900 I think last night. So, you know, I'm proud of myself, and I just want to say thank you, you know, and just what can I do to give back to you is just keep talking with you and sharing my thoughts and motivating you to achieve something that makes you proud of yourself, you know. And that's what life's all about, giving back and doing what you can. So anyways, let's take a look at the let's pop the trunk. Let me take a look at the trunk, geez, the hood, and show you what I'm talking about here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the sound's gone. Yeah, so no more rattling. It's just that sound from the fuel injectors. So anyways, interesting, man. Interesting how I got myself in this predicament, but it's almost, you know, it's just that it's bound to happen from what I've researched. So like I said, unfortunate, but it's the price you pay of ownership having an M car. It is what it is, and I wouldn't change anything, man. This is, like I said, and I'll say it again, it's my dream car. I've wanted this car my whole life. I knew what I was getting into when I got it. I knew it was going to be expensive. The M tax is real, yada yada. It is what it is. So kind of sucks going through it, you know, because you realize, like, sometimes you got to put the money up and make the repairs so that you don't have to pay a shit ton down the road. buy once, cry once. So, and damn, I just noticed the paint is coming off of my brake pedal. That's unfortunate. I wonder if I can somehow replace that. But anyways, thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel, like I said earlier. If you haven't already, hit the sub button, join the fam, and yeah, building a little community here. It's been, like I said, been really fun. Really enjoying every moment. So we're at the gym now. It is 4:06 p.m. Gonna hit it hard. I'm not gonna hurt my back. Hopefully. Pray to God. And gonna do some cardio. And we're just gonna make the most of the workout. Tomorrow's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. And I hope you're doing well out there, man. I hope you're working hard and getting through the week. Or I guess by the time you're listening to this, probably will be the weekend. So I hope you're enjoying the weekend. And I want to say thanks for supporting the channel. But anyways, let's get to it. I'll keep you updated on the camshaft issue. Should hopefully just be an easy fix. So I'm hoping. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Drive safe. Peace.